Hey everybody, what's going on? We're here today with Starborne Frontiers. I want to give a big shout out to them for sponsoring this video. If you decide you want to check it out, there will be a link down below that you can click on and support your boy and jump in and check this game out. I've been messing around with it this morning for a few hours now, and it is a lot of fun. I am having a really good time with this game. I think that the way that they've implemented the systems into a game like this in a way that they're familiar systems, but I think they've done it's such a creative way to implement them. So I'm gonna give you a little tour around the game. We're gonna see a little gameplay, and then again, if you decide you want to check it out, there will be a link down below. So it is a familiar style of game, right? It's our mobile RPG sort of auto battle style game. Let's jump in very quickly and take a look at some of the gameplay. We'll keep pushing the campaign. I am in chapter 3 right now. Before I forget, there will be also a promo code in the description and pinned comment of this video that you can copy and paste for some pretty solid rewards. So let me show you how to do that very quickly. You come in here and you go settings and you go game, and then you scroll down to the bottom of game. And that's where you're going to do it. And then you can just paste it in. Again, it's from the description or pinned comment of this video, and claim it. And then very quickly, we can go see what we get. It's a pretty good one. So it sends it to you individually. So 5 million credits, 5 million EXP bits, 100 public beacons, green beacons, 20 specialist beacons, and 2 expert beacons. So solid summons to get you started and a bunch of resources. You can see right now I've been playing pretty heavily. I've got 241,000 credits, and this gives you 5 million. So it's a solid code all around. Solid code across the board. I'm pretty stoked about it. So excited that you guys have access to it as well. So be sure and claim it, copy paste it in there, and get your rewards. So what we have is we sort of have like a grid system, so you can place your units, and it's pretty important that you get the placement right. And you've got different classes. So right now we've got a tank, a healer, and then our damage dealer here. So if we click, we can kind of see the radius and what their impact is going to be. Our healer, for example, everybody in the spots surrounding our healer will get healed when our healer gets a turn, and then our damage dealer here, and you can kind of see what kind of splash damage we're working with here. So we've got 2 tanks up front. So if we do like this, now we'll get some extra splash damage. So I think maybe we'll do that, and we'll just slide everybody over here. And you can click each enemy to see where they're attacking and how that's going to work, okay? So I imagine as you progress and get more units and more types of units, it starts to get pretty complex. But for the first few chapters, it keeps it fairly simple. But I think this is a good way to go so we can get a little splash damage. So let's go ahead and hit engage. And then again, it's an auto battler. It's going to do it all on its own. So it's more about how you've geared your units and how you position your units. And then from there, the battle, at this point anyway, is ultimately out of your hands. So I think that's pretty fun. We've played a few games like this, right? This is not something that you will be completely new to. But again, the implementation of it, I think, is really cool. Your units all have their own ship, and you'll get recruitment beacons, which are the summons in this game. And so you'll summon new ships that way. And then you have to gear the ships up with different types of equipment and level them up and rank them up. Again, very familiar, but I really like the way that they've done it here. So there's a quick look at battle. We got a little bit of gear, some resources for ranking up our units and stuff like that. So let's head back out now to the home screen and go into the hangar where we can look at our units. You can sort them however you want to sort them. So like Shepard, for example, he's our tank. He's our defender. So he generally will go up front. There are some units, though, that get to kind of pass over your front line. So it's a good idea to check how what your enemy units' attack patterns are, because sometimes it's a good idea to put your tank behind somebody. Again, very, very interesting stuff. I think it's really cool. So you can rank your ship up. Here you get to see their skill. So this unit repairs 4% of its max HP and deals 100% damage, right? That's its active skill. A charged skill. This unit repairs 6% of its max HP and deals more damage. And then its passive, when directly damaged, this unit inflicts corrosion 1 and attack down 1 on its attacker for 1 turn. And then over here, it tells you what those debuffs are, right? So this is kind of like a poison type debuff. Every turn, they're going to take a little bit of damage. And then the attack down is pretty self-explanatory. So as you upgrade him, he gets stronger, his skills get stronger. And that's how that works. And then here we have the gear system. So you've got 6 gear slots, but they're all different ship parts, right? And all different ship parts and different sets. So like if I wanted to get a speed set on him, I have a speed piece here. And then do I have another speed piece anywhere? I do. So I've actually accumulated quite a bit of gear. I need to come in and re-gear my units because I think we can probably give everybody a pretty good step up. So let's actually, what we'll do, since we have some more attack pieces, let's go to my attacker. You get to choose one of 3 rare units when you start, and I went with the attacker with the AoE capability. I thought having some AoE would be nice, so I went with Valiant. So let's head over here and just see if we've got more attack pieces we can throw on real quick. Looks like we do. Yeah, this is nice, straight across the board. So then let's go in and gear up, level up a piece of gear. So you see here we have our stats. Here's our main stat, and then we have our substats. Every 4th level, we're going to get a roll into a substat. So that's letting me know that my next roll is going to level up one of these substats. The next one, we got HP percentage. I probably would have preferred speed or crit power, but, you know, that's the way it goes. Let's go ahead and do the rest of these as well. So we got some attack percentage there. Very nice. Hacking, I'm not even sure. I'm still learning a lot about like what all this stuff means. I don't know what hacking and security actually mean. I assume perhaps it's equivalent to something like accuracy and resistance. That would be my guess. Ability to land debuffs and ability to resist debuffs. But I'm not 100% sure about that. All right. So there's a quick look at the gearing system, right? So we're probably going to have to go through and re-gear our unit soon. Let's do some summons. I've actually accumulated a few summons as I've been progressing. So these are our common, uncommons, and rares. Then the specialist beacon is rare, epic, and legendary. And then expert beacon is epic and legendary. One thing I do want to note, too, that I really appreciate, you have playtime rewards. Every single day, if you max out your playtime rewards, you get a rare beacon. I love that. I think that's so cool. I think that's such a good idea. I think it's, I'm not going to make any direct comparisons, but I think it's way better than some other games we all know, okay? A free rare beacon summon every single day just for being in the game, I think is pretty killer, okay? So let's do our summons real quick and see if anything interesting happens for us here. Maybe we can look up and snag a rare even from one of these. Defender. We've pulled quite a few defenders, actually. But I like Shepherd. Shepherd's been working out pretty well for us. Maybe at some point we'll want to have 2 defenders. I actually don't know what the max amount of units we can have in a battle at any given time is. So, okay. Here's our... this is the first time I will have pulled any one of these 2. I've never pulled a specialist beacon or an expert beacon, so... Who do we have here? Taicho? He's a defender, thermal, and rare. All right, we'll have to go take a look at him and see what he does. If it turns gold, I will pop off. Okay. Who do we get here? Ruiner. His class is debuffer. See, I didn't even know that was a class yet. So he's a marauder as well. There's a bunch of factions. That's a really dope looking ship. So active. Deals 15% damage. Oh, wait, sorry. This unit deals 130% damage. I'm covering it up. Let me move myself over real quick. Let's just put me here for now. This unit deals 130% damage. Inflicts repair down 2, which I assume would be like a heal block. And Inferno, which was like a... yeah, decreases incoming repair by 50%. And deals 15% damage every turn. And it says target skip. So I think that means... what I was talking about earlier, how some units can kind of shoot over a tank. I think that's what that means for him. And then charged. Also skip. This unit deals 150% damage with the same debuffs. And then his passive inflicts Bomb 2 on any enemy performing a repair on themselves, effective for 2 turns. And then a bomb deals attack times 200% damage. I like that it just tells us the multiplier. And if the ship is destroyed beforehand, a quarter of the damage is inflicted as splash. Wow, that's pretty sick. And then Overload increases outgoing direct damage by 10%. And decreases defense. Okay. All right. Our first epic. Pretty sick. Oh, there's fusions. Okay. So you can fuse... Oh, I see. You can fuse these into... And then there's 3 legendary fusions just by default. Sick. And then there are fragments for Incinerator. Cool. So yeah, real quick too, let me move myself back over here now. And let's check out the index again. Again, these are all the factions. So 12 units in this faction. There's quite a few champs in the game already. Quite a few champs in the game. I've got some red dots to clear. You know we like clearing red dots around here. Also, you have a commander's path set of missions that leads you to an epic named the Butcher, who you will see as you go through the tutorial. He seems pretty strong, honestly. So that's a path to him. You have your daily, weekly, monthly, and then your daily login. And at 30, 60, 90 days, you get champs. 30 days, you get this epic. And then you get Lionheart and Asphodel, I assume is how you say that, at 60 and 90 days. So there's some legendaries. There's quite a few legendaries to be looking forward to just by being present. And then there's also several to work toward, which is nice. I have to say, I did not know what to expect coming into this game. I am very pleasantly surprised. I am really enjoying my time in this game, actually, so far. So, we did that. Let's push a little bit more in the campaign. I know I do need to go back and do a re-gear. Oh, you know what we actually should do first is look at the new champs we just got, which is in the hangar, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, so Ruiner, we need to build up. We already know what he does. Are you going to be good enough for me to want to replace Shepard? I don't know. That's tough because I'm digging Shepard right now. So let's see. You're active. Just straight up front. Deals 90% damage. You're charged. 170% damage. And applies a 2-turn provoke. That's actually pretty big. That's actually pretty big. At the start of combat, this unit gains cheat death and ever-living regeneration for 6 turns. Cheat death. Survives the next fatal blow with 1 HP and removes all buffs and debuffs. Increases incoming repair by 10% and security by 10. And then... Oh, these would matter for this. Okay. So he has a 2-turn provoke and a cheat death. So he won't passively heal himself like Shepard, but he gets more heals from our healer. And he's got a 2-turn provoke. That might be worth replacing. We're gonna stick with Shepard for now. But let me go ahead and start leveling this dude up a little bit. Can I get him to 10? I don't think I'm gonna be able to promote him yet. Wait, am I? No way it's that easy. I don't need like another epic? Really? Huh, okay. Easy enough. All right, let's get you to like 15. I think is pretty reasonable. And then for debuffer, we have defense, speed, critical. Like what are all the sets? Defense and speed. I think right now I've just got a lot of defense and speed. So maybe I want speed on him. Maybe I want him pumping out debuffs as frequently as possible. I assume there's going to be what I guess is going to be a hacking set at some point. Defense. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to complete a set here anyway unless it's defense, which I guess I could complete a defense. That's got hacking on it. And then I got nothing for these 2 spots right now. So we'll take these to 4. What'd I get? Be so dope if we got hacking. Yeah, I want to see this guy in action. We'll ponder on whether or not we want to replace Shepard right now. All right, let's go battle and do a little bit more campaign here. I got to drop back and get my 3 stars on all my other stages as well. Also, how many units can we have in battle at a time? That's something I'm kind of curious about. So let's move you back to the center like this. And then let's put you... Oh, that's right, he gets to skip. All right, we'll do that. And then, just out of curiosity... Okay, so it seems like 5 units we can have in. So, no deaths is a star though. So I need to try to avoid putting somebody in that's just gonna die immediately. So, although he'll get the cheat death thing. Nah, we'll rock. Yeah, let's rock like this. I think we'll be good like this. So now what happens? Can he now target him? So yeah, he can still target people. Okay. Man. And we got our 3 stars. All right, I bet we could drop back down now and get 3 stars in the other stages that we weren't able to get 3 stars. Which I'm probably about to go do. So, yeah. Really solid game. I'm very impressed. I'm very pleasantly surprised with how much I'm enjoying this game. If it looks like something that you want to check out, there is a link down below. Again, you can click that to support me and jump on in and see if you want to play this game. And that's it. Big shout out to them for sponsoring this one. I appreciate them. I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you next time.